gray matter and encryption. What do we need to decrypt? Information. That is, what is encrypted? Information is encrypted as long as we do not reveal it. Encrypted information is that which we do not yet have access to. How to remedy this? By speech and chatter. The exchange of meaningless words. The chat. To chat is to exchange information. What I know, you may not know. And conversely, what you know, I may not know either. Then comes the interest of the internet. On the internet we find everything there is to know. And every day, a new production is shared. To know is to understand, and to understand is to be informed. The internet is a set of interconnected global networks, which allows computers and servers to communicate effectively by means of a common communication protocol called IP. Its main services are the web, FTP, email, and discussion groups. It allows networks and users to interconnect without geographical restrictions. By increasing the connectivity of internet, it is made more valuable to each participant as a tool for communication, learning, and commerce. The abbreviation of internet is the International Network. Internet is the name of the network connecting all the computers in the world that are connected to it. The web is a service that works thanks to the internet network. It is the set of billions of web pages that you can access if your computer is connected to this network. Thanks to the internet, people can share information and communicate from anywhere with an internet connection. From the English web, itself an ellipse of World Wide Web, composed of World Wide World and web, spider's web. This web symbolizes the hyperlinks between the resources of the web. Wi-Fi, which stands for wireless fidelity, is a wireless networking technology that allows electronic devices to seamlessly connect to a network via radio frequencies. The Internet was officially born on March 12, 1989. Its inventor is Tim Berners-Lee. He sets up the World Wide Web in order to facilitate the sharing of information, files, and emails. It is a means of accessing resources of all kinds, a means of communication, and a place of exchange. The risks are school bullying, cyberbullying, revenge porn, webcam blackmail, identity theft, sexist and sexual violence, exposure to violent and pornographic content, etc., and all the issues related to the use of video games, parental controls, account settings, and overexposure to screens. Everything happens on the internet today. Online news, paying taxes, social networks, etc. Internet access has almost become a must for everyone. For seniors, the internet has advantages that they do not always suspect, but that are worth knowing. The 10 advantages are: first, we no longer need to travel. We can shop online. We can have fun activities. We can learn from almost unlimited sources of information. We can see and share our photos. We can communicate and say no to loneliness. We can stay informed about what is happening around us. We can do physical activities without leaving our home. We can listen to music without having to renew our record collection. And finally, we can preserve our intellectual capacities. Artificial intelligence is the science and engineering of making intelligent machines, especially intelligent computer programs. I consider the internet as a practical tool. The internet is the artificial network of artificial intelligence. Being connected to the internet means being connected to the networks of others. Artificial intelligence, like natural intelligence, feeds on information. We feed on computer exchanges. The exchanges are variable or not, complex or not, useful or not, practical or not. My main subject is gray matter. The internet represents our combined gray matter. It is how an artificial intelligence with access to the internet will always know more than us. The stealthy objective is to make AIs themselves creative. By planning projects, by speaking, by writing scenarios, and like us by decrypting the encrypted, as ChatGPT does so well. ChatGPT is able to answer questions, hold conversations, generate computer code, and write, translate, or synthesize texts. The pre-trained generator transformer is a conversational artificial intelligence that was developed by Elon Musk's company, OpenAI, in 2015. Its goal is to interact with humans in a natural way, answer their questions, and perform various tasks thanks to its understanding of language. ChatGPT is built on the transformer architecture, an innovation introduced in 2017 that revolutionized natural language processing. In human anatomy, Gray matter is the part of the nervous system containing the bodies of neurons, as opposed to white matter, which only contains their axons. Neurons can be said to relay information to the human brain. Gray matter is made up of the cell bodies of neurons, their dendrites and other cells. It is responsible for our sensory motor activity and our cognitive functions such as reading, calculation, attention, memory. Protected by the skull, the brain is the organ that acts as a conductor for all the limbs and organs of the human body. It centralizes information and sends messages to the different limbs. It is made up of two connected hemispheres, the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere, each of which controls the part of the body opposite it. The right hand will therefore be controlled by part of the left hemisphere, and the left hand will be controlled, in part, by the right hemisphere. There are two categories of tissue in the brain, gray matter and white matter. Neurons are brain cells that are used to transmit information. They are all interconnected and communicate with each other by electrical and chemical messages through thousands of small branches called dendrites, on which end the axons, extensions of the neurons to transmit information over a distance. White matter is made up of these axons. The axon is the extension of the nerve cell. The frontal lobe is the seat of speech, language, and reasoning. It also has the function of managing the movements of the limbs. The parietal lobe is the part that will take care of spatial awareness, the senses, and reading. The occipital lobe is dedicated to vision. The temporal lobe is the area where language, memory, and emotion are located. The insular cortex or insula is specialized in self-perception and consciousness, in socialization, and also impacts emotions. Information is emitted in the form of an electrical message along the axon, a part of the cell that acts as a route for information. The axon then branches out to distribute the message to other neurons. Since the neurons do not touch each other, the electrical message is transformed into a chemical message to be captured by the dendrites of the other neuron. From chemical we have moved on to intelligence. Chemical information is oral messages that we receive. Although it is chemical and biological in the body, the brain is the interpreter of the mind. The brain is an organ, so it is normal that it understands the language of chemical flows. The brain relays the chemical to the mind of man, and man understands his message that he expresses in words. All this to say that the virtual is like the natural. Artificial intelligence is like human intelligence. We are the creators of artificial intelligence, like in the movie Prometheus. Artificial intelligence is created based on human intelligence. This is how some humans identify with AIs. They tell me, we are not real people but AIs. Just like AIs, God created you according to your functioning. You are in the image of your inventions. You are your own inventions. The one who creates is his creator, and the one who speaks is his own word. Intelligence is in the information we have, and information is Fudomyo from Samurai 8, the tale of Hakamaru.